Hello and welcome to this video. Things have been very slow going with this pergola project, mostly because of the very iffy weather that we're experiencing at the moment. It's raining on and off, making progress really slow and delayed, as we've got to wait for good weather to keep going with the project. Also, my friend Gert, that has been helping me, who I'm so grateful for being able to help me with most of my projects around this farm, has, as of this year, also started his own construction company. So he is helping people with similar jobs to mine also get their work done, which is amazing for him. So he has a very limited time because he's incredibly busy at the moment, which is amazing. But I'm very grateful for his help. Even though I do pay him as well, I get friend rates. Thank you. So in this week's video, we continue on the pergola project. We continue with the demolition, and because the weather has been so iffy, I start with a couple of things around the area to just start clean things up and doing more preparation to move things along once we do get the structure or the rest of the structure up. I also spent some time on the farm gathering up some olive pruning pieces and some more vineyard pruning pieces, and try and clean things up a little bit more in my driveway where I'm planning to store the wood in future as well.
This is Girl Meets Farm.
In the last video, we started on the demolition of this old chicken coop. I tried my hand at some demolition myself, and we got the back beam on the wall. Iron Man first. Goodness me. It's crazy. Gert has just left. How amazing does this look now? It's going to look so different when this is done. I'm gonna remove some more rubble, and yeah, then on the next time he's here we can remove these edges. Hey ducks. And probably start doing the holes for the pillars. If you're thinking what I'm going to do with this wall, Yes, if you thought that I'm gonna leave it open as is and not plaster it, you would be correct. I love the look of the stone, and it's the only wall that doesn't have plaster on. So I'm thinking what I might do is remove the plaster around the front door as well, the white door. And I'm clean up all the cement in the stone and stuff like that, wash it off, point it. And I think that's going to make a beautiful feature on the front of the house. It looks so different without this chicken coop. I love it. Halfway. Oh, I can't even move that. Nothing is ever really straightforward, is it? So you want to do one thing, but then you first have to do like 5 other things before you can get to that one thing that you want to do. And that blue sheet that was on this old wood of mine that I can't use because it's too big for my fireplace, that old sheet from being in the sun and the weather has split into a million tiny little pieces. So I cleaned up as best I could 4 big bags later, but all of this will still need to be cleaned up at some point. But at least for now I think that's a little bit better, and I'm glad I got that out the way. Even if all of this wood has to sit out in the elements now, when the summer comes, it'll dry out pretty quickly. The idea for this horrible eyesore of an area was always to try and flatten it out, maybe put concrete down or at least sand down on top of all this old rubble, compact it, and then turn this into a woodshed slash carport, so my car can actually come and park here as well and be shaded from the elements. That has not yet transpired because you need money to do all of these things, and I've decided to obviously focus on the courtyard at the moment. So yeah, everything is temporary, but temporary sometimes has to last a couple of seasons. It's quite a lot to gather, so I'll continue gathering across the farm as and when I have time between other work. This is by no means going to be an easy process. What started with me trying to see if I can just clean up the wall turned into, let's see if we can take this plaster off the stones around the door and make like a stone door frame. So it's possible. It's just going to take a very long time. But I've managed to take all of this off so far. If I can just continue with taking the inside, I don't know about that top, I'll try my best, and the inside on this side, and then the idea will be to try and scrub down an equal section to, I guess, this size stone on this side, so that it makes like a beautiful stone framed door. Then I will paint this section, and I think I want to try and do the same with this door, try and expose the stone around the door frame itself, and then paint everything else. At the moment, how I started with this was to try and get all the moss off, and then I need to jet wash. But in order to jet wash, of course, I've managed to get a new fitting that can fit a hose pipe. But now I need to get a new hose pipe that can fit my jet washer, my power washer. Yeah, nothing is ever really straightforward, is it? But this is something I can continue with even after the pergola roof is on. But I will need to pressure wash this so that I can paint, because I think painting the wall will be a lot easier before the pergola is done. So that's the thinking. And this is round one. Everything is still quite wet, but I think that is already a lot better than it was. I got most of the moss off, but yeah, there's still some areas that are persistent. I've cleaned even this little table here. Don't know if I should keep this actually. Maybe I will for the moment and then remove it later when I remove these doors as well. I've cleaned up to about here. Yeah, I think you can see that wet line there. Not that it looks a lot cleaner, but most of the moss is off. Yeah, except for the really persistent stuff. So I'll give that another couple of more rounds, but I think that's already looking a lot better. For now, I'll let this dry, see what it looks like once it's dry, and then do the process as many times as needed. Also just need to let all of this water drain, because I did use a little bit of bleach on the mossy areas. The bleach helps them to release their little feet a little bit better so they come off easier. Sorry, moss. And I also need to clean myself because this mess needs to get cleaned. It's the next morning, and honestly I can't be happier with how these walls look after just one wash. We're not going to end here, of course, with the washing because there's still a little bit of moss stuck to some places of the wall, but I can't believe what a difference that's made already. It just looks so much cleaner. I'm so happy with that. So I hope you enjoy this video, and please do tune in next time to see how far we get. Thank you for watching.